We're on the Freetown Farm, located in Freetown, Massachusetts, and we have 27 acres of cranberry bog. Why am I a cranberry grower? Probably because I love it. Most of us will say it's in our blood, literally. I was born into the industry. I'm fourth generation. This is who I am. This is what I do. A cranberry grower, farmer. You know, we live by the weather. We live by the water. Mother Nature is really what drives our everyday. At this flagpole behind me is where the irrigation pump used to be, and as a little girl, 5 years old or so, my grandfather Gates would tell me, quick, look up on the hill, which is actually where I'm sitting, you're gonna see a leprechaun and there's a pot of gold up there. And so for years, I used to continually look for this leprechaun. Sadly, my grandfather died when I was 7 years old, and I never found that leprechaun, nor did I really understand how could there be a leprechaun up here, but where is this pot of gold? And when I turned 38 years old, my husband and I, with my twin daughters, were fortunate enough to be able to build our house here. So I think what I was actually fortunate enough is that the leprechaun and the pot of gold was actually my house. When you come to the cranberry bogs with your family, your grandparents, you start building this knowledge base of the industry, of the horticulture and how to grow cranberries, and just the connection to Mother Nature and the earth, and things that we know as cranberry growers, probably like what Native Americans would know about the earth and the soils and the trees and the birds and those kinds of migratory connections. We know those things as cranberry growers that a lot of other folks probably wouldn't know, and those are the connections that we have to the earth, and that's really special. So the cranberry plant is a perennial, and so we as a cranberry grower have to take care of that plant 365 days a year. So it's critical every single day of the year that we take care of our cranberry plant. So wet harvest, you would do a pre-flow of the bog just at the vine level, and then you would come out with your harvesting equipment, and then you would knock the berries off. The berries float. The berry floats because it's hollow inside. Once the bog is picked, and then the grower corrals the berries, and then that's when they would be loaded on to the truck and shipped off to market. You have to have nerves of steel to be dependent on a crop, you know, to be a farmer, because Mother Nature can take it out in one storm. And I think cranberry growers are a breed of their own that just figure out how to do it. And we have been figuring out how to do it for generations, and there's a lot of tenacity that go into doing this, a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of probably tears, a lot of cussing, a lot of swearing, a lot of kicking the dirt, throwing the shovel, those kinds of tantrums that people don't see, but they happen. And you see a lot of gray hair for sure. So we're eternal optimists is probably the best way to think about a cranberry grower. Farming cranberries is definitely an everyday job. I guess I just love doing it. It's an addiction. We love to grow the fruit. There's always next year is our thought. If the crop doesn't produce quite the way we think it's going to be, we always say there's next year. We live for next year. It's the perpetualness of being a farmer. I will never quit being a cranberry grower, ever.